They are finally back in stock, guys. Saltiga 6000 XH and 6000H reels, all back in stock at TackleWest stores, and I'm stoked because this reel has been probably one of our most popular sellers this year. Our initial batch, we got a substantial amount of reels and they sold out. I was actually surprised at how quickly they sold out. Everybody's been asking us when is 6000 XHs and 6000Hs coming back into stock. So this video is to let you know that they're finally, they've touched down at TackleWest. Oh, look at all the fish. Oh. Oh. He's engulfed your entire lure. Yeah, man. Ripper. Look at that. What's so good about this reel? Well, I've been fishing with one of these since they've been released, and I've got to say, definitely the best Saltiga that I've ever fished with. And the biggest thing that I've noticed about this reel, and what really actually kind of surprised me a little bit about this reel, because I didn't expect it, is just how much power is in this reel, how much torque it has.
Oh, remember lines? Yeah.
What's Mackie, is it? It's Mackie. It's on the new Saltiga. 1000. Nice shark mackerel. That's a good find.
It's a nice one, yeah.
I generally fish with Certate SW. Well, I have been fishing with Certate SW, eagerly awaiting the release of this new Saltiga for a number of years. The Certate's been great. I've caught an absolute stack of fish on it. They've served me really well, and I really haven't found anything to fault on the Certate. I didn't think there was going to be a massive difference going from a Certate to a Saltiga, well, one of the new Saltigas, but let me tell you, significant amount of difference between the two reels. The Saltiga has a absolute stack more torque. That's the biggest thing that I noticed difference between the two reels. They are so powerful. It's so much easier to control a fish and get control on the fight of a fish when you're fishing with one of these new Saltigas. And it's due to the monocoque gearing and just how strong and how well designed that gearing is. The other thing, the drag. The 6000 size has 15 kilos of drag, which is an absolute stack of drag pressure for a reel this size. Combine that with just how powerful the gearing is in this reel, it's an absolute workhorse. And I've fished it pretty hard for a couple of months now. I've caught big dolphin fish on it. Yeah, I've taken it up north to the Monties and we just caught an absolute stack of fish, trevallies, cold trout, all those types of things, tunas. What do you reckon of it so far?
Sounds beautiful.
Oh. There we go, we're just coming out for a quick little look on this reel, and it, you know, since I've been using it, it's performed flawlessly. So really got to say, guys, if you're in the market for a new, heavy duty small spinning reel, you honestly, you can't go past a Saltiga. And like I said, the 6000, the H's for jigging and the 6000 XHs for casting, they're all back in stock at TackleWest now. Do yourself a favor, get online, order yours, pop in store, come in, we'll happily spool it up for you and get you out fishing with one. But Saltiga back in stock. The other thing that we just got in stock, and it's to go with the new range of Saltigas, is the SLP Works Spool. A little bit of a difference. So there's two different colors. You got the gold and you got the blue. The gold looks the best on the reel, obviously, but the blue doesn't look too bad either. But the difference between the two spools is the blue is a deep spool. So they make them in a 4000, a 5000 and a 6000 in a deep spool. And then they make a shallow spool, 4000, 5000 and 6000. Now we have all of these sizes in stock. They aren't interchangeable between the reels. So you pretty much, you buy whatever Saltiga you have, you buy the spool to suit. Handy to have a spare spool. The gold, if you're fishing with quite a thin braid, then the shallow spool's not too much of an issue for you. But the gold looks absolutely fantastic on the reel. Just gonna put them on a reel and give you a look at them. That's the Saltiga with the blue one. It doesn't look too bad. The color's kind of a little bit weird, I'd say. The blue doesn't totally go, but it doesn't look too bad either. For a spare spool option, that's not a bad one. And I'm just gonna quickly show you the gold spool, because the gold spool, absolutely outstanding. Check that out. Now that looks absolutely pimp. I'm definitely going to be pimping my Saltigas up with one of these gold spools. Guys, if you're chasing a spare spool, they're in stock. I'll have them on the website for you as well. While we're on the Saltiga bandwagon, we also just received Saltiga 22 slow pitch jigging reels. These have just come back in as well. We've had a bit of a restock. It's been a little bit of a splurge on these lately. Everybody's coming in wanting to get an overhead jigging reel, and these are just, they've been flying out the door for us. We've just had them restocked as well. These things are a really, really good option for slow pitch jigging. They hold an absolute stack of line. So if you're fishing with PE3 or PE4 braids, it holds an absolute stack of line. And the cool thing about this reel is it actually features an anode system within the spool. So kind of like an outboard motor, it's got an anode protection system just to, you know, give you a bit more longevity on the reel. It is really good for jigging because it's got a auto engage. Well, there's a free spool, but then it will auto engage as you wind the reel back into gear. So you can drop and jig and drop your lure to the floor or the sea floor quite easily, well, one-handed actually, and crank the reel back into gear. Guys, these are available. We have them in a left hand and also in the right hand, and that's a Saltiga 1522. Now this is one lure I absolutely am frothing over, and I can't wait to get out and give one a shot, but I think you guys are going to really like it as well. And check that out. This is a Jackall Big Backer. Now these things, they're available in two sizes. There's an 84 and a 105. They're heavy casting stick baits. So this thing here is going to be absolutely fantastic for tailor fishing, tuna fishing, yellowtail kings, mackerel, all of those types of fish. And wherever you need something that's heavy and you can cast it along, you know, will need to cast it a long distance, this is going to be your lure. They come fitted out with heavy duty split rings and trebles, and the finish on them is unreal. The one thing that's really cool that I like about these lures, and it's just a little bit different to some of the other lures, is the internal, they've got like internal coloring and external coloring. So you can see the weight of the lure has reflection on the inside of the, actually inside of the belly of the lure. And then you've also got your painting on the outside, which you can see it best in this color. I think this is my favorite color. But you can see the internal weight, it's painted pink, and you got the external blue, green, yellow, and all the little bloody fish scales on the side of it. But they're a fully wired through lure. Check out that orangey gold, red gold, nice white belly. You got the standard sardine pattern. But guys, I'm really impressed with this lure, and I gotta say that the size of it, the weight of it, the finish, the fact that it's wired through, the fact that it comes with, you know, really good terminal, really excited to get out and give these a shot. Because I just know by looking at this lure that it's going to catch fish and it's going to work. And, you know, they aren't the cheapest stick bait. They're around that $37, $38. But, guys, you know, when you're getting premium quality like that, I'm kind of happy to pay it. And I think they're definitely going to work and catch fish. But check them out, guys. That's the Jackall Big Backer stick baits. They're available now at TackleWest. You can come and grab them for both of our stores or get onto our website at tacklewest.com.au. Next up from Jackall is the TN Vibe. Now, I've already shown you guys a TN Vibe, it might have been a couple of weeks ago, but they sold out like pretty bloody quick. And we've just got another batch of these come in, and we've actually had a few more colors that are available that we've added to the range. This thing, it's a really cool little vibe. So just listen to this. It's got a hectic rattle on it. They weigh 5.1 grams. They come fitted with really good quality terminal, and the finish on them, like all Jackall lures, really top quality finish. But like I said, a couple of new colors that have just been added to our range, well, that have just become available. Look at this little ghost perchy one. You can't go wrong with that. But these have been working really well for guys targeting brim. They've actually been working on reddies, guys fishing freshwater, And you know, this will work on flathead as well. But if you're wanting a new brim vibe, then definitely get onto these. They're pretty well priced, and they're just something, you know, if you're fishing an area where there's a lot of current, because they sink quite fast and they got a nice rattle, they really, you know, kind of draw the fish in from a bit of a distance with that rattle, but they sink fast as well. So if there's a bit of current fishing areas around bridges and pylons, this is a really good lure to give a shot, and it's just something different from your standard vibes. Moving on from the lures, we've just had the Diiachi Knot Assist 2.0 FG knotters come back into stock. This is a really handy tool. I've actually already done a video on this a couple of years ago, and really handy tool for tying FG knots. It pretty much gives you like a third hand, okay? Makes it really quite easy to tie the knots. They will work on PE lines 0.3 to up to PE 6, and you can kind of get away with leader up to about 100 pound. But if you struggle with tying an FG knot, and you know, you just want a tool that makes it a little bit easier for you, then check these out. That's the Diiachi FG Knot Assist Tool 2.0. I'm going to keep this video pretty short this week, guys, because I'm in a bit of a rush this afternoon. Madfish bags. We've got them back in stock in all sizes, the small, the medium, the large, and the extra large. These things are great for use on a boat if you've got a limited amount of space. I actually use a large size, and what I do is I pack it, you know, with bags of ice, and I actually pack it underneath the floor on the boat. So it's out of the way. I'll pull it out onto the deck when I need to use it and put some fish in it, but they're really handy. You know, it's a bit easier than kind of carrying an esky around all the time, because they're lightweight. You know, you can put them in hatches under the floor of the boat, and the thing is, they work really well. They'll actually keep ice for a couple of days if you pack enough bags of ice in there, and they're really good quality. They've got good quality zips on them, good quality handles, and you know, they're pretty reasonably priced. So Madfish bags, they're all back in stock, guys. Again, you can come in store. We post them Australia wide. You know, you can order them on the website, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week. The biggest thing I just wanted to let you know is the Saltigas are back in stock. So if you're chasing a Saltiga, guys, get online, order one, or pop in store. And if I don't see you in store, I'll see you out in the water. But cheers, guys.